Today's headline is A Mistaken Fugitive. The subheadline says, "The boys of Crimson Gulch appreciate merit and don't let it escape." This article originally came from the Washington Star. It says, "There's nothing on the map to show where Crimson Gulch is. If there were, perhaps the young man from the east would have kept out of the place, for he knew it by reputation." An emotional disposition is a dangerous quantity in that community, and the commercial man who had strayed into the place with no other object in view than the introduction of a new brand of soap felt that he had made a mistake in not being patient under the persiflage showered upon him as a tenderfoot. He had been riding for 18 hours on a horse he had hastily purchased for the occasion. His haste was due to the fact that a derringer in his hands had responded too faithfully to his aim. He knew that a number of the citizens from the gulch were in pursuit of him, for every now and then he caught sight of a party riding on his trail, and whenever this occurred, a salute of firearms took place. Utterly exhausted, he resolved to meet his fate like a man. He thought with unselfish regret of the bereavement which the soap business appeared about to sustain, and he resolved to leave nothing undone which eloquence might accomplish. When the leader of his pursuers arrived at the spot where he had taken his stand, he threw up both hands. "Stranger," said a man with a paper in his hand, "you made us a heap of trouble." "I'm sorry for that," was the answer. "We don't begrudge it, however, now that we caught you. But I must say how your modesty has tired out more good hosses than a roundup of steers. We're afraid you got a rather unfavorable impression of the hospitalities of Crimson Gulch." "Well, it wasn't any chrysanthemum tea." "We ain't hankering for strangers. We've got a small population, but it's a lively, and we don't want to tire out the census taker. We know one another, and we're acquainted with one another's weak points, and we ain't likely to have no special trouble until some maverick breaks through the corral, same as you did." The commercial man looked around the landscape, dotted only with sagebrush, and wondered what they expected to tie the rope to. "The feller you punctured was Paiute Pete. He was the only man that couldn't accommodate himself to our idea of municipal government, especially the rules and regulations of a poker game. He was the quickest hand with a gun in the county, and took advantage of the fact on several occasions to make a 4-card flush be 2 jacks or better. A number of our leading citizens have tried to persuade him to reform, but Paiute Pete always got the drop on him. Now, sir, this here paper. What's the use of dragging out the ceremony? That paper's a warrant for my arrest. You just want enough legal formality about the thing to keep it from being a cold-blooded lynching." The spokesman looked hurt. "No, sir," he answered. "That ain't no warrant. We assembled immediate after the shooting and agreed that nobody could have wiped out Paiute Pete except a tenderfoot with nerve. Nobody else could catch him off his guard. This paper contains resolutions of respect, signed by the leading citizens. Moreover, these gentlemen and myself as a committee to tender you the keys to the city and extend you every hospitality that Crimson Gulch can afford, including anything you like to drink and a stack of blue chips at the faro bank." This story comes from the great state of Pennsylvania, being reported in the Philadelphia Times of December 6, 1896. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to continue to uncover all of America's lost and forgotten history, then remember before you leave to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to like and comment below. And we will see you next time on Americana Archives.